Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel, your go-to source for deep dives into South African politics and current affairs. If you're passionate about the future of our democracy, the battles between liberation movements, and the shifting alliances that could reshape our country, you're in the right place. Today, we're unpacking a major political bombshell dropped by former President Jacob Zuma that could shake the post-election landscape and redraw the lines of power in South Africa. So, let's get straight into it. Former President Jacob Zuma has made it absolutely clear, his newly formed uMkhonto weSizwe, MK, party will not, under any circumstances, enter into a coalition with the African National Congress, ANC, the very party he once led. This bold statement was delivered over the weekend during an MK party campaign event in KwaZulu-Natal, a region where the party is gaining rapid momentum. Zuma didn't mince his words. He told his supporters that he's heard troubling whispers within MK, rumors that some within the leadership are entertaining the possibility of forming a coalition with the ANC after the 2024 general elections. But Zuma shut that down with fierce conviction, calling it a betrayal of everything the MK party stands for. Let's pause here to reflect on the gravity of this statement. Jacob Zuma isn't just any politician. He's a former president, a liberation icon to many, and a highly controversial figure who still wields significant influence, particularly in KwaZulu-Natal. When someone like Zuma accuses the ANC of collapsing South Africa's institutions, selling out to white monopoly capital, and betraying the revolution, people listen, whether they agree or not. Now, Zuma didn't name names. He didn't point fingers at specific MK members who might be flirting with the idea of a coalition. But the warning was clear, any alliance with the ANC would be a step backward, a return to the very conditions that gave birth to the MK party in the first place. According to Zuma, the MK party was formed precisely to challenge the ANC's failures, not to assist in propping them up. And the message resonated. Supporters cheered as Zuma laid into the ANC, accusing the ruling party of leading the country into crisis, of abandoning the poor, and of using state institutions to silence dissent. He said, quote, "The ANC of today is not the ANC we once knew. This one has turned its back on the poor, handed our economy to white monopoly capital, and uses state institutions to silence those who speak the truth." Now, let's take a step back and analyze the political strategy at play. South Africa is heading into one of the most unpredictable elections in its democratic history. The ANC is struggling with declining support, corruption scandals, and internal divisions. Many analysts predict that for the first time since 1994, the ANC may not secure an outright majority. This opens the door to coalition governments, and smaller parties like MK could become kingmakers. But Zuma is preemptively taking MK off the coalition table, at least when it comes to working with the ANC. Political analyst Siphon Lover describes Zuma's remarks as a preemptive strike. And he's right. This is a clear signal to both MK members and the ANC, no secret negotiations, no backdoor deals. Zuma is drawing a line in the sand, and he's daring anyone in MK to cross it. This bold stance is likely to deepen fractures within the broader liberation movement. Remember, many MK party members are former ANC members. Some are veterans of the struggle who still have ties to the ruling party and might be open to tactical cooperation. But Zuma's words make it clear, there's no room for compromise. Let's dig deeper into the ideological rift here. Zuma emphasized the MK party's commitment to radical economic transformation. That includes policies like land expropriation without compensation and the nationalization of key industries, positions the ANC has largely softened or abandoned over the years. Zuma's vision is revolutionary, hardline, and uncompromising. He's tapping into a sense of betrayal felt by many in the country's marginalized communities, people who feel that the ANC has failed to deliver the promises of 1994. Jobs are scarce. Inequality is growing. State institutions are weakened by corruption. For these citizens, Zuma's message hits home. But it also raises serious questions. Can MK remain united under this no-coalition policy? What happens if, after the elections, the numbers suggest a coalition with the ANC could give MK real power, cabinet positions, budgets, influence? Zuma is betting on principle over pragmatism. But politics is messy, and we've seen many parties abandon their ideals for a seat at the table. Will MK do the same? Or will Zuma's iron grip and fiery rhetoric keep the party on course? And what about the ANC? There's no doubt that they are watching this closely. As their support base dwindles, especially in provinces like KwaZulu-Natal, they need new allies. MK was initially dismissed as a fringe movement, but it's now becoming a serious player. If MK cuts off the ANC entirely, the ruling party may be forced to look toward less compatible or even ideologically conflicting partners to stay in power. What does this mean for South Africa? It means more political fragmentation, more horse trading, more uncertainty. But it also means that voters have real choices. No longer is the political landscape dominated by a single party. New voices, even controversial ones like Zuma's, are changing the narrative. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect. Zuma's speech isn't just a political statement, it's a declaration of war on the establishment he once helped build. It signals a new era in South African politics where loyalty to party is being replaced by loyalty to ideology, or at least, to a certain narrative of revolution and transformation. Whether you agree with Zuma or not, his words have weight. They could shape coalition talks, affect election strategies, and redefine the power dynamics in this country. What happens next will depend on whether MK members fall in line behind Zuma's vision or if they push back in favor of political expediency. Either way, the 2024 elections just became even more interesting. And with that, we come to the end of today's video. If you found this analysis insightful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss future updates. What are your thoughts on Zuma's hardline stance against the ANC? Do you think MK will hold the line, or will internal divisions lead to compromise? Let us know in the comments below, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.